What's crafting, guys? Welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft Let's Play series using the Redstone add-on, which has been so helpful for what I've built so far. Now, this episode we've got a lot planned. We've got a lot of the external decorations to do and building, and we're going to play a little bit with a special feature of the Redstone add-on. But let me show you what I've done to finish off the jobs that I had to do last time. So I've made all of the walls now. I managed to go all the way around. I've been going down into the caves, getting loads of clay, smelting it down. We're going in and getting more basalt from the basalt generator. And I've actually done a few edits on the basalt generator, so I'll show you that in a minute. I've also been playing. Well, I've also finished off the lock for the canal system. Now this canal, the design we had last time was alright, but it wasn't the best, it wasn't the nicest, so I've come up with this. Now this is a little beauty. This is lovely little thing. I think I've accidentally used a light here instead of using that one over there. Ah well, accidents happen. So if you can see, I'll put this little boardwalk up the top. You move this handle back and the doors shut on both sides. It might make this so it looks like it's automated, but we've also got this part over here, and this is what, I don't know if you can see very well, but this is what the doors look like. Now the door, so literally your boat comes up, the door, say the door opens up and lets down, those back doors are shut, lets the water down, and we'll go down to the level that we need to be. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the dock's gone. Now, and I'm also really happy with how all these parts to that massive storage system and the massive megabase are. I've now got all of the conveyors down on the bottom layer. I have been just tidying up and making it look nice, and I've been trying to gather all of the systems, so the sorting system sorted. Now I know it's going to take a lot of observers and stuff for the actual indication system, so that's going to be a job that's going to take time, but it is what it is. I can't do a lot about it. The floors, I'm slowly figuring out what to do, and I have my lunchbox. I'm slowly building up the food supply so that I can eat, as you guys, and then specifically some of you guys know, have noticed I don't eat a lot, and I need to keep up my health. I think, yes, I've added a little bit extra to the lifts as well. The lifts are looking pretty cool, and I've added a set of steps down one side. I'll do the same on the other side, just so that you can get up by foot. Now I'm just going to go take you over to the two farms that I've changed and upgraded, so see you there in a moment. So I'm at the skeleton farm from the spawn underneath, and I've made a lot of changes. So I've got a spike pit, which makes it so that anything that lands on it dies. That was quite weird to figure out, but I can put lava in it as well, and that cooks food, so I might do that for a food source. I've got the dropper thing underneath it, so as soon as it picks up at that, it drops onto a conveyor, goes into a sorting system where all the rubbish gets kicked out. I've got a little lava pit, but I wanted to use it for my bones, so I've got a little conveyor that takes you up here, and then pretty much just drops it into the auto crafter, and a bog standard little dropper clock. And I have lots of bone meal. Now I've been using it for the farm. I've also gathered it so that I can use it for the building blocks for this next part that I will do to the building. But I want to also show you what the edits I've done to the next farm. So I know it probably feels like time since we've been down at the quarry. I still come to get my basalt, and I still come to use the super smelter for clay. I don't think I have any clay in there at the moment, so I best turn this thing off. But this is not the area that I want. I want the basalt maker down the bottom. Well, just here, because I always in need of basalt. At the moment I'm not in need of any moss, so the moss maker's kind of been left there to sort of gather dust for a bit, but it'd be alright. But this is the new system. Now this is all the same as usual. This is all the same. I've hooked up a fan, and I've hooked up lots of drills. Now you might wonder why this, and yes, I did use copper. I did use iron, but I don't need iron. Now what I do is just flick this lever, sorry, and this will drill out all these blocks. Now the fan's here for a reason, because once these blocks are drilled out, it gets caught on the system, so it shoots it out, goes to the other end, and then goes into all the system that needs to be done. Now this has made my life 10 times easier. It's oh yeah, and as you can tell, it's not on until that moves and makes a connection and this gets lit up. But yeah, it's made my life 10 times easier. I've needed to do it for a while because I gather a lot of it and it's affecting my tools. So yeah, there's that as well. So I've done a couple of upgrades, and I think upgrades are always needed. I know I don't normally like going back on things, but I think the vital ones that I need the most are always needed to be just knocked up and changed a little bit. I am considering doing the same with the mud maker by putting a block placer. Now the problem is, I think I'm going to have to put the block placer at the top. So once the block placer goes down, the block placer is the dirt, then it will splash it, and then it will I have to still farm it. So it doesn't really save me a lot of time, but it still saves me enough time in the long run. So we'll see. Anyway, let's get back to the industrial area. So we're back in the industrial area. I think it's about time we start on our first montage. What we're going to do first is gather a few bits and pieces, and then we'll start the big build. So let's go. An announcement. I have noticed, you guys, that about 50% of you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, so please give me a hand and subscribe, and you'll see more and more content as I release. It helps out the channel so much, and I love creating stuff so that you know what you're watching, because there's a lot of new stuff that I'm learning, and I hope you guys are learning too. So let's get back on with the build. Now just look at how this has turned out. It looks so beautiful next to the sun rising behind it. It looks amazing. I wanted to have this grandeur sort of look, and it's so beautiful. I think it's worked really well. Fortunately, a bit of my time lapse dropped and I don't understand why, so I didn't manage to show you the whole finished product, but now I can. And as you can see, I've added lots to it. We've got all the arches, we've got the railings around the edges. There is going to be something that's going here, and it's literally just going to be like a grand tower which will link these two sections together. But I'm so happy with how it's turned out. Like, if I go around here, obviously these walls are quite plain. I might put cable and this stuff coming down, give it a sort of steampunky vibe. And then we've got this whole open section here, which is going to be ready for one of the microbiomes, and it is quite a lovely size. Now we have got this lovely pattern up the top. I don't know whether to break it up or not, but I quite like how clean it is. I see this place as, I will do the building work first, and once the building work's done, then I'll move in and put all the clutter and bits and pieces where I need it, machines and other things. Let's just see if we can go up. Still going slightly too high on that one, but I'll quickly show you around on the top and you'll see what I mean about how nice this thing looks. So we've now got all these pillars as well. Got the top bigger pillars in the central areas, and a little bit of a fence, so I can still go up. So we could jump up here, we could probably look down on the microbiomes. But yeah, this is beautiful, and I'm really happy with how it's turned out so far. I think we're going to get on with the roof in a second, and I'm just going to literally just bring you back once I've built the roof, because all it's going to be done is made out of deep slate. And then then we'll get on with a little bit of the redstone. So I'll see you in a second. And there is the roof on. I've still got a few little bits and pieces to add underneath it and some supports, but wow, this thing is grand. Oops, and I accidentally left one of these here. That was a mistake. Well, it's a spare one to put in. But there you go. We are now waterproof. We have a waterproof inside, and I quite like it. The mix match pattern. I'm not 100% sure with the middle. I might make it glass, might do something else, not too sure, but I've still got to get these corridors done. But I am loving the way this place is looking. The contrast, the colours, the blacks, the bronzes, the greens, the whites. It is looking pretty epic. So now I think we're going to look into the new redstone that I was on about before. Now the idea is I've got to find the last part of the conveyor belt, and the last part of the conveyor belt is right here. So there is a thing called an item transporter, which is almost like a nether portal, but it transports us to a different area. So I need 2 of those, and then I'll place them and we'll figure it out from there. So let's just see what we need. And we have to get, where are we? There it is. And no, that's an entity transporter is a teleporter for me to jump on and then go to something else. That's a bucket refiller. See, there's so many different things on here I still haven't played with. So let's see if we can find it. Item teleporter. So I do have all these little bits. So I'll come back after I've created 2, and we'll put them in place, and we'll find out where we go from there. And I'm back. I've got the bits and pieces ready. I'll put a few more conveyors because I'm going to need them. But all this stuff was gathered from previous expeditions into the Nether and down near lava sources, so that's always helpful. So if I'm right, it should be in the position that I am standing. Okay, this is not going to work, so I'm going to have to remove a bit of the work that I did before, but that's alright. Item teleporter there. Now, does it need any redstone? I don't believe it does. It looks like the item teleport is on. So, this is going to be a test. Now, I'm going to need to go upstairs and place another one up the top. So I will see you up there in a moment. It is this position where I need to go. So what I'm going to have to do first is just place one conveyor here. It's got to go in the area that is going, and then if I can squeeze it in. Is that right? Uh-oh, no it's not. So I need to figure this out. Let's play around. Just take a little bit of this stuff off. And we'll see what happens. This is not helpful at all. So I picked it up now. Let's see which way we have to press it. Put this. It's not helpful. Really, it's not helpful. But let's see if I do it like this. Nope. I think I'm going to need a spanner for this one. No, it's gone down there. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into the right position, and then I'll bring you right back. Now I believe this is what the trusty spanner is used for. So, because I can see that the conveyor is facing the wrong way around, I wonder if I can... Nope, that turns it round. Oh, okay, that's helpful to know. That is very, very helpful to know. So let's see if... Do I have to press a button on the back? Oh, that does it all around, and I don't know what I'm doing. Right, this is a different system. I really don't know what I'm doing with this. It's completely new to me. Oh, figured it out. There you go. All I had to do was click on the back, and it seems to move everything. So this will be the true test of things. I know down here I have a couple of my conveyors. So do you know what? I could easily just do this. Just take one of these out, and I can replace that later. Unless it wants to go down. No, it's not. Say we'll drop this, and we'll see if it comes back on us. It does. That works perfectly. So yes, and of all things I put that in the wrong position, but I could play with that later and I could figure it all out. So that is the new transportation system. So it means anything that comes on here, go up there, come back and do all the loop again, and then I can get shulkers at the end. So that is excellent. It works. I can't believe that. I'm really happy. And I think once I get it all the system working, it's going to look even better. So we've done quite a lot already. Very, very, very happy. So guys, this place is looking epic. I'm so happy with how it's turned out. It is beautiful, and it's turning out as the vision that I wanted. And thank you all for joining me on this episode. It's been another one of those long ones. I wanted to teach you a little bit about the new Redstone add-on Teleportation, and it's not... I don't really know how it works, and it's not requiring a lot of redstone, but it works and it's perfect for the sorting system. So thank you. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want to comment on anything, comment. I'll build something for you. And stay crafty. If you guys have enjoyed this episode, please check out my past episodes.